Many people have the misconception that the Rolex Explorer was the watch originally worn by Sir Edmund Hillary when summiting Mount Everest. In reality, Hillary wore a one-of-a-kind Oyster Perpetual watch that was a piece unique, but it's considered a predecessor to the watch we now know as the Rolex Explorer. Known as the enthusiast's favorite Rolex, the Explorer is appreciated for its under-the-radar design that is equally robust to its more known professional peers within the catalog. It's a sports watch that strips everything down to the essentials, with its straightforward black dial and highly legible Arabic numerals. Before we continue, make sure you hit the bell and subscribe to the Time+Tide channel for all the latest watch reviews and content. While originally found in 34 to 36mm cases, Rolex has updated the classic reference to a more modern 39mm in diameter and in a fully 904L stainless steel build. The Explorer, while a professional sports watch, has a rather elegant case build with a slender thickness of 11mm and a more tapered lug profile than the Submariner or GMT Master II. This is in part thanks to the absence of a rotating bezel, instead opting for a sloped or domed polished bezel. The front of the case is entirely satin brushed besides the bezel, and the curvaceous case flanks match the bezel with a mirror polished finish. Like other Rolex models, it has a twin-lock screw-down crown that ensures the watch is water-resistant up to 100 meters. The Explorer is quite easy to spot thanks to its highly recognizable dial with large tri-Arabic numerals. Sure, other Oyster Perpetual models have had tri-Arabics as well, but the giveaway here is the presence of a Mercedes hour hand and lollipop second hand, instead of the stick hands found on, say, an Air King. If you didn't register the size difference in the metal, the tell the watch is the latest Rolex Explorer is that the text is printed at 6 instead of its usual 12 position. The watch forgoes a date complication and its famous corresponding cyclops, maintaining balance and symmetry to the dial, and it makes an overall cleaner aesthetic. Being the Mark II version of the watch, the seconds hand extends all the way to the hash marks that signify the minutes at the outer edge. When first made, the Mark I actually utilized the same hands found on the 36mm version, making them a few millimeters too short for the larger dial. The Rolex Explorer 214270 boasts a fully satin-brushed oyster bracelet, with the sides of each link mirror polished, continuing the combination of finishes found on the case. The three-piece links are incredibly solid, with the latest technology removing the eventual rattle and stretch found on previous generation bracelets. The folding oyster clasp has Rolex's EasyLink technology within, providing the wearer with an easy-to-use micro-adjustment system on the fly. Inside the watch, ticking away at 28,800 vibrations per hour, is the Rolex Caliber 3132. The movement is actually a few millimeters larger than the 3130 found in watches such as the Submariner. The main difference here is the inclusion of a Paraflex shock absorption system, making the trade-off increased shock resistance for water resistance. As standard with Rolex watches, it is a superlative chronometer movement, regulated to a very respectable accuracy of plus or minus 2 seconds. Many Rolex fans felt the Rolex Explorer was overdue for a refresh, but unfortunately we didn't see it in 2020. But maybe 2021 will be the year of the Explorer. Only time will tell.